What's up guys, I'm here at Attention to Detail in Chesterton, Indiana, the best detail shop in Indiana. I get to meet the owner today. He's gonna give me a tour of the shop. We're sitting down for a podcast and we're checking out some insane cars that they got here. Let's go. Bryan Johnson here, the owner.
Nice to meet you. Not a problem, thank you for all of this. We've got our offices here. This is our, where everything happens with our paint protection film and window tinting. Cabin sheen software, we don't buy kits, we print everything in-house. So this is kind of where everything else happens here, gets all weeded out from here, whatever car is being done, and then we transport over into the shop.
That computer in there, you can just plug in the type of vehicle you got and it prints out to the specs?
Yes, so it's a pretty intense software. So any make, model, you know, as they come out, they're always adding to it. So anything that we got to put on, most anything, you know, we get some really rare stuff, which we'll touch base on one out there. That's when we go in and have to handcraft, make templates and stuff like that, and just do it with skill set from there. And then this here is, this is kind of where, you know, overflow of cars come in here. This is where prep work is done.
Okay, so this is like stage one.
Yes.
You bring in the cars, detail them, get them nice and ready.
Yep.
And then fire them over to base.
Yep. When they're ready for it, they'll be shifted over to there. We added on the extension, and we already wish we would have went bigger, so that's going to be our next move from there. That's Bay 1, and this is the other edition that it started last year. I think we've been in it now for probably 4 months, maybe 4, 5, 6 months. No longer than 6 months. We try to keep everything as clean as possible. When clients come in, you want it to be presentable. Because when the guys are out here doing their thing, I mean, it looks like a war zone. and most people know that. And it's not that it's dirty, you know, backing paper off all the stuff, or if we're doing vinyl or stripes or PPF, you know, as they're pulling the stuff and trimming, you got piles all around the car. We just try to keep on top of it, right?
This looks like a show. This is where the magic happens. I mean, look at these cars. This is just incredible. Holy cow. So ceramic and PPF.
So yeah, our main specialty is PPF, ceramic coating, window tinting, custom vinyl straps, you know, color change. We're a one-stop shop. 2003 Lamborghini Murcielago, gated, which means your transmission gated 6-speed. Very rare example. I believe, you know, this is things when you say numbers or whatever, but I think there was roughly around 400 of these. 400 to 450 or something like that produced in 03. So they're a very rare example of the car. But yeah, we just got this one in. Actually, one of my clients, has got a really good collection, super cool guy, but he now, which was another goal of mine, I had these visions back in the day when I was putting all this together of this is what I want to work on, as well as other things, but you know, some days somebody's going to pay me to fly to these places. Over the last 2 years it's happening. So this, like a lot of people, hey, what's all this tape and stuff like that on there? Somebody had previously put some paint protection film just on the front bumper and just this area right in here. And little things like this, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. The reason this tape's here is whoever's put it on is overstretched or heated the film. So it looks really crappy in this area. The film's distorted. Don't know what kind of film it is. Putting PPF over rock chips or big blobs of touch-up paint. So we assess it, see what we gotta do, assess the risk behind it, because we do know that this front bumper was repainted, not because of an accident, but it had some rock chips because it was never protected before. So they had it repainted and put PPF on it. So that's a huge risk level that nobody talks about in PPF. When we take this off, if a car has been repainted, not factory paint, but repainted, and if it wasn't done properly, there's a high risk that we can lose paint as we're lifting. So we assess all of it, know what we got to do, what we got to fix, then it goes in production of the guys going in there. And I do believe we have some film that there's patterns for this one, but a lot of this car will also have to be templates made, doing it by sheets, and they call it bulk wrapping. This is a 2018 Porsche GT2 RS. Roughly 450 to 500,000 these cars trim, some more, some less. So this is a prime example actually. It's fully wrapped, needs a bath, but every inch of this car is wrapped, you know, of what we do. There was some film on this when they bought it, but it wasn't fully wrapped. And it wasn't a great job, whoever installed it before, so they left edges available. So this car had a lot of rock chips in the front. The sides weren't done, all down by the rockers and stuff like that. So now you look at it, you can't tell. We don't use touch-up pins. We use a different product so we can blend it, then polish it, and it's never perfect. But if you get with a magnifying glass, you're gonna see. But from the human eye getting up close, the car looks, as you can see, pristine. Just for an example, these headlights were never covered, and this is all pitting from rocks, and this car's got less than 18,000 miles on it. And these headlights are about almost $5 grand each. So we've got new headlights for it because this guy, and then we're gonna protect them. So this car is now waiting for the new headlights to be installed. A lot of people say, oh, that's overkill. It's a $500,000 car. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, cars like this, if I'm looking to purchase this private or going to the dealer, I don't want to see this. Absolutely. You know, and I expect it to be discounted, or it can stop a sale, you know, hey, replace the headlights for me, you know, because these are very expensive headlights. Like almost, I think they're like $4,800 each. I have them in my office. We just got to get them put in. So that is the things that paint protection film can do. So this is a KTM Expo. A lot of people never even heard of it, but KTM motorcycles. A lot of guys have heard of, you know, dirt bikes, their motorcycles and stuff like that. So this is the same brand. But yeah, the KTM Expo, it is the very first one in North America that is publicly owned for the street. It is the most highly spec'd KTM that they've built with every option that they have. Right to stitching and stuff like that. It is a full carbon body shell, weighs roughly about 1,800 pounds. It is powered by an Audi inline 5, producing roughly 510 to 520 horsepower. So it's a rocket. So this car is finished. We have a few more little tinkering things to do, but my wonderful team here, this is all handcrafted. This is literally no patterns. Everything you see on here is laid in sheets. Every edge wrapped. Underneath this car is wrapped because it's carbon fiber. We didn't want to leave anything exposed. Paint protection film is 8 mil thick, but we also have it in 10 mil. We stock that all the time. So this car is all in the front high impact areas is a thicker film, 10 mil thick, just to give it that even more extra protection. In the wheel wells, because this carbon fiber, I mean, it rolls all the way inside. Open this cockpit here. Yeah, it's just like a spaceship, right?
Oh my God.
So all inside of this car is, if you notice the difference from gloss to the matte look, they call it stealth frosted. So this is all carbon fiber, but we wanted to maintain the matte look, the stealth look. So all of this inside is covered as well. You know, all along the top, the carbon fiber is all wrapped, again, handcrafted. One of my guys, Remy, another of my guys, Mikey, they did this. It took them a while because it's such a massive job, but literally they're sitting in the car. I think Remy was in this for like 5.5, 6 hours, sitting in this car. I come out one time from my office and, you know, you see feet hanging up and their heads are down here and they're handing each other gel and wiping, and, you know, because they got to cover everything up. You can't tell the film's on it. And that's what we want it to look like, you know. We try to stay away from seams on most every job. There's jobs that you have to have seams, and that's another thing that sets us apart. You know, I tell people to come in here with a magnifying glass, show me seams. Like, there is a seam that runs both of these hips. And I mean, you can get the camera as close as you're not gonna, I mean, it's super tight. And that's, I mean, and when I say, you know, I know I keep repeating everything, but when you're looking at this car and you suck in what it is, I mean, every inch of this is wrapped. You open this stuff, it's all wrapped inside. The wing, top, bottom, sides. This is one of the, for me as a business owner, of what we've put out so far, I am so proud of my team that's done this. But to be able to have all of this stuff and the cars that's rolled through here, I mean, we've had over $1 million in a car, 1.2, 1.3, you know, Ford GTs, you know, McLaren Sennas, 720s, 750s. It sounds corny to some people, but I had this vision 6, 7 years ago. You know, when you come into my shop, this is what you're going to see. I come in here sometimes on Sundays by myself to get some cleaning. My wife's in there working, whatever. And I will come out here and literally just sit on one of the work stools and just go, holy crap, man, you did it. And here lately, all my guys, you know, over time, when I see them going and not stopping. Some of my guys last week, Mikey and Remy, you know, texted me at 9:30, just leaving the shop now, and they've been here since 7:30 in the morning, and back at it again at 7:30. It's just, I'm lucky as hell.
I think that's a perfect way to wrap up this tour too.
Yes.
I mean, manifestation, you literally said it, you spoke it into existence, and you're living.
Yeah, I'm huge with that.
Congratulations on this, because this is incredible. And Bryan, thank you so much
No,
for taking me.
thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. And now, guys, we are going to sit down, get into more detail for the podcast. Tune in next week. Peace.